stream. We are building a city. We've played this for probably about 6 hours total so far, and we have a city the size of 17,000 people. It's a pretty small city. I have my father in here looking at this game with me for the first time, so he's going to be checking it out, and I'll be talking through some of the steps that I've taken so far and then where we want to go in the future, and we'll just be looking at this game a little bit more. But this game is pretty amazing, the amount of details that are involved with it. So I'm just gonna do, this is a cinematic camera. I'm keeping everything pretty slow, but it just shows you different parts of the city and what's kind of going on at a very detailed level. So I'm able to look at this, you know, one building at a time if I want to. And I have, I don't know, thousands of buildings probably. But I'm also able to step way back and look at how the city is functioning as a whole. So it's pretty kind of neat to be able to do that. And I mean, you can just look at the details in the game. Cars driving, people walking on the sidewalks. Intersections where traffic's getting held up. You know, there's one menu in here where I can kind of assess everything in the city. So I'm gonna pause time for a minute, just because when you're dealing with the city and growing it, oh, I keep pressing the wrong button here. So I just paused time. You can see that I have $7,000 in the bank, and I'm growing an income of about 8,000. I believe that's per day. I'm not actually sure, but it takes a little bit of time for me to make money, and some buildings may cost 60,000. So if I only have 7,000, that means I have to wait. I always have to wait for money. That's kind of the story of the game here. But as it grows, I'm up to 18,000 people. You start with 0, and so my goal is going to be 100,000 people. Maybe not in this stream, but that's kind of going to be it. So it's nighttime right now. It's a little hard to see, but let me just give you a high level kind of the menu down here. So if I go to info views, this gives me everything about my city. So I can go through each of these. First one is electricity. How much electricity do I have? And everywhere that it's blue, my electricity is powering. And here's a really good example. I built this building off of the grid. So it's not currently operating because it doesn't have electricity. So one thing I need to do is be able to get electricity to that. But everywhere else that's connected is all getting powered through my power plants. These buildings with the rectangles going up, these are my power plants, and I'm using some older technology, some oil power plants. And over here I have a whole manufacturing district of oil, and I had to use the natural resources of the map to be able to find that. But you can also just look at that green bar and it says electricity available. You're in the green. But let's say you build, I don't know, couple more roads and fill people onto those roads, that electricity level is going to drop. So you need to be able to constantly manage where you are, and it's electricity is only one of the elements. This is where it gets fun and crazy, and it's like you're always fighting a losing battle when you're building a city, but it's also a lot of fun. So electricity. Here's water. With water it's almost the same story. You gotta connect everybody to water. And if I take a really high level, you have water coming in and then wastewater going out. So I have water built up here, and you can see the arrows on the stream go downstream. So water comes in clean, and then down here it goes out dirty. And if I close this, I'll show you in the daytime. Actually, let's go to the daytime. I'm gonna speed up time. And then once you practice this game, you just get way better at navigating these menus. It always takes a little bit of time to be able to do that, figure out the buttons. That's always a learning curve in video games, but once you can do that, pretty remarkable what you can, you know, accomplish. And then, you know, be proud of the city that you made. Kinda neat. What are your thoughts so far, Randman?
I was just looking at comments. Said that power's out again.
Yeah.
Why are you cutting down all the trees?
Yeah. People
Why
always
is the
complain.
wastewater going to the river?
That's too funny. It just happens.
Yeah, but have a
I do my best to address them.
water recycling.
Yep, I just got that technology available, so I'm working on that. There's always a development. That's a really good point. When you start playing this game, if you don't do planning, you're just gonna run into roadblock after roadblock. And constant struggles, and a lot of times it turns into patchwork. So if you are playing this game, honestly, the number one thing I recommend is design your city on a piece of paper and then try to put it into place. Try to actually make it happen and make it possible, because you just run into so many different struggles if you do all this patchwork all the time. And that's from like start of the game to end of the game. This is the second city I built. I was
This topography. I mean,
Yep.
somewhere in the world that
No, it's just
is it.
you get a selection of maps. There's no real
I know, but does it
topography.
represent like Arizona or?
Yeah, you can pick different maps, different geographies. Hopefully it's gonna be day soon. It's going really slow. So you can see in the city all those little different things popping up. Once you get familiar with some of those, then you know what you need to do. Right now, my damage is very, very minimal. You can see that only just a couple of things are popping up here and there. But there are times where your city has just a major electrical issue, and then every single one of these houses turns into a lightning bolt sign, and then you're like, what do I do? Nobody has electricity. So it's pretty crazy like that. It's pretty neat. I just want the day to come, so I'm not sure what time we're at, but the city is still moving even at night. You can see that with time sped up, everybody's going a little faster. I'll kind of do an overview of the buildings that I have as well. I mean, this is a decent sized city, and so far I started with $0 now, or 7,000. Now I'm up to 30,000. So we're making money, which is good, which means my budget is all in place to be positive, even though I could make it grow faster or I could make it grow slower. But that's a fine line. All right, so now it's about daytime. Now it's about daytime. So I'm going to pause it just to keep it kind of in the day, in the morning. So you can see right here, look at, I am starting to get a whole bunch of wastewater, which means that I don't probably have enough. So I'm going to have to fix that issue, right? That's an issue that lots of people in different parts of my city are having problems with. So to address something like that, I can go to my economy and I can go to my budget, and you can see that water, I only have a 65% budget for that. And I don't know if you can see it on the right side, it says income and expenses, and then the total 47,000 compared to 37,000. So that means I'm making about 10,000 in the cycle. I don't even know what the cycle is. I don't know how frequently I get that money, but I do make that extra money. And so my water is an issue, so I'm gonna bump that up to maybe 95%. I just bumped it up 30 percentage points. And so what that means is my expenses are now gonna go up and I'm gonna make less money. But just imagine that the problem is when you grow your city and you have that many more people coming to it, then you have more burden on electricity, more burden on garbage, more burden on healthcare, everything. And so you really have to just be able to manage everything accordingly. So I bumped up the water budget. Now let's play this forward, and you can see, I bet you these are all gonna disappear. You see how all of those disappeared? I spent more money on it, put more resources towards it, and now all of those water issues went away. But now I'm probably making a little bit less money. One other thing to pay attention to is, so it says 18,742 people and plus 53 in really small. So that's how quickly or slowly my city is growing, that plus 53. So my city is growing, more people are coming, which also means more people come to my city, more people pay taxes, my city has more money, and then I can provide better services. And you know, it's almost like growing a business. You just grow a city. Alright, so now let me talk about my different areas, because you can see that this city has a lot of different buildings in there, but I didn't really talk about that stuff. But this is a manufacturing area. So I have three different, I have Prospect Heights here. This is manufacture of goods. Forest Park is going to be natural resources for logging. You can see I have some trees and logging. And then over here I have agriculture, even though there's trees there. This is Holly Hills, and I have this all for agriculture. Pretty much all of it. So this block right here is manufacturing, and I've separated that from where people live. And here you can see I have residential, this whole stretch kind of here. This is single households, people can live here, and I made it pretty much a grid. I don't know if you can see the roads very well, but there's roads down each of those. Big grid of roads. Oh, somebody died here. So here comes an ambulance. We can actually watch that kind of happen. Let me switch my view. Let's see if we can. I haven't actually done this before. Usually I just stay and play this game at a pretty high level, but I can actually walk and look at the hearses here. So let's play this forward. Okay, and so that's pretty neat. You just saw that hearse come in. To me, that's incredible how you can just kind of go to different details of this. Now I go back to my.
Can you go in a building?
You can assess each individual building. So if I click on this one, you can't actually go in, but I can see that this is a low density residential building, 2 out of 3. I can see 4 are uneducated, 4 are educated, and I can even make this a historical building if I want to. I can rename this the Lilac Residence, so let's call this B Random's Home. I don't ever do this. I'm just kind of showing you the capability of the game. So that's now B Random's house. 1 children, 2 teen, 1 young adult, 4 are uneducated, 4 are educated. So this is residential. Now if I move over here, you can see that this is more of like city living. So I've started to establish a city from residential to city living. And here you can see this has about 20 people living here. No, 40 people living here. 16 uneducated, 17 educated, 11 well-educated, 1 highly educated. So my city is growing. This is where the majority of my people live. I started with this, single households, and now I'm able to put a lot more people here in a lot smaller space. Because you always run out of space. As you're building, you run out of road space. You build these long roads. I don't have room anymore. So I needed to actually I'm gonna do this one now. areas. So when I started with this square right here. But then you're able to annex areas, and you're kind of limited a little bit, but you can see all these little squares that I'm able to do. I can purchase these one at a time as they become available to me. So you have to start small. You don't just get infinite amount of space. I started here, then I bought this one, then I bought this one, then this one, and this one. And so I think my next plan is to get this one. But I could have went this way, I could have went, it really just depends. Alright, so that's that. I really need to get power here. So I have $48,000, so now I'm going to do a little bit of building. I haven't done any building since we've been on here, so I take this, and I go to water, electricity, and garbage, which is utilities, and there's two things I can do. So I need to connect this power, so I can either do this and connect it with $580 to put up those power lines. I can put a windmill up, which covers that much area, and the power will be connected back to the grid. That costs $6,000. Or I could build in between, and then the houses that connect would help it to all connect. Kind of like utility boxes on the road.
Power.
Solar power. So right now, this one just became unlocked. Hydro power plant. Oil power plant. Coal power plant. This is what I had to start with. Cost $19,000. So I went from coal to oil. Oil produces a lot more. And then the one that's locked is solar. So I can actually build a solar power plant, and what I'll end up doing once I get that unlocked is I'll replace this oil. So my city will be a greener kind of energy. And then the other one is nuclear power plant. That one costs $200,000. So you just have to build and work your way up, and you get rid of old technology and you put in new technology, but it costs a lot of money. And things unlock progressively. So what I'm gonna do is actually just put up a windmill. It would cost a fortune for me to replace my oil with all windmill power. It would cost an absolute fortune. So what I'm actually gonna do is wait to get a nuclear power plant. But now you can see that that building is connected. Speed up time. Now I have a functioning police headquarters. I started with little police departments. Let's go back to this info view and just do a really high level while I'm paused. So electricity, everything's covered with electricity. My power is in the green. I'm good there. Water. I have everything I need for water. Water availability and sewage treatment. Now as I continue to build, electricity and water are going to go down because those are just resources that houses need. Fire safety. These buildings cost a lot. And so my next one, which costs $60,000, so once I hit $60,000, I'm going to put in a fire headquarters, which is a lot like the police headquarters. Right now, I have these little fire stations that don't sufficiently cover a lot of area. Remember, this residential area has a lot less people than this residential area, so I need a headquarters. This was my most recent development, and so I need to be able to supply for that many more people. Okay, crime very low. I have that police headquarters, so we're good there. Education, we're doing terrible at. This is one of the things that I would like to focus on, but so this is elementary schools. You can see that this elementary school covers the whole low residential area pretty much. Blue is okay, right? But now if I have one over here, it doesn't do anything. So I need to build a lot more elementary schools just to accommodate this kind of area, or I'm gonna have a lot of uneducated people there. Now I can also go to high school. So I have a high school here, and it's doing me nothing. I have 3,000 eligible students, and my capacity for high schools is 5. So that means I need 6 more high schools just to kind of cover the map here. And it doesn't actually matter where I put them. People will travel as far as they need to go. I just need to have them on the map, and I need to budget and be able to spend that. University, I have 2,600 people eligible, and my capacity is 125. So I need a whole nother university. And universities are about 80,000, high schools are 20,000, and elementary schools are about 12,000. So price definitely goes up.
But he died.
Yeah, I believe it. Population, so I have 18,000. I have 9,000 people employed. I have 9,000 available jobs and 2% unemployment. Remember, kids are in there too, so a lot of people aren't working, but I have a lot of jobs available. So that means, and plus people who are retired too, that's probably included in some of that math. I don't make up these numbers, I just play the game. Most of my residents are happy. That's what we want. We want happy people, otherwise they will flee our city. Land value, I'm not really going to get into that. I don't really usually pay attention to land value, but obviously I'm pretty sure that as you build, the value of land goes up around those things. People want to be by the water, so that's why that's there. I don't have any really high land value anywhere where it would be green.
What about energy?
Leisure, yeah, that's one thing that a small city, it's really hard to pay for some of those things. Hang on one second. Alright. So yeah.
Of course.
I don't know if I can do a golf course. I might be able to. But the problem with leisure is that those buildings usually cost a ton of money. And so when you only have 20,000 people, you're really having to wait to do those things until you get your kind of infrastructure set. But then as you get 100,000 people, then, oh yeah, now it becomes available. That's one thing I also want to keep in mind as I'm building this, is I can't necessarily do a lot of entertainment. Where is that? Let me look at leisure. So I have 0 unique buildings. I have some parks, so these are like tennis courts and basketball courts. If you look closely, there's a tennis court. So I have some of that built into here, but I have not done that at all over here. Remind you, I only have $44,000. So to be able to keep up with education and that, and then I mean, I'm not gonna go through all of this, but here's natural resources, terrain, height, noise pollution. Look at, actually it's kind of interesting. I had this whole little strip here with houses, but everybody was complaining about the noise, so I actually cleared the whole thing and made people relocate. And then I stopped getting those complaints because this isn't residential, this strip right here. Let me show you that. So this is how you actually build stuff. So it's called zoning. And so you can see that if I'm going to do a really small little example here. If I make this green, then there will be a house built here. So the blue is for, green is housing, low residential. Dark green is high residential, so that's this. Now you have low density commercial zone. So I have a mixture of that in this. This is low density and high density. I mix both of those on this whole strip. So this is where people can go and shop and eat. And then we have industrial, so this is all industrial over here. And then you have offices. So the only place I have offices right now are right here. So here's offices. And then this would be high density. And then This is all dark green, which is the big residential. So anywhere that I have roads, you can see any road that I have, I can build on those roads. And if you really just look at it from a high level, this whole green section, I just made sure to kind of keep it together and just wipe it all green, and then those buildings just kind of pop up and gives people a place to live. And you have to do that. If you don't have houses, people aren't going to be able to move into your city. But you have to be able to accommodate everything else. It's just really interesting, and if you play this game, you're bound to fail. I failed so many times. I had to restart probably 3 or 4 times before I got the hang of it. And then once I did, though, then I built a city that was making millions of dollars. And you just get to keep building new and cool stuff. So I have like a bus line over here, and I set the bus route to go all the way around. One of the things that I pride myself on is my road building. So you can see that this big red lane here is a bus lane. I've really taken my time to build extra roads, and this whole thing, this road goes all the way around with bus lanes. I didn't quite finish it. I have to put that in here, but let's say I build an airport way over here, right? Somebody needs to be able to get to that airport from way over here. So I need to be able to keep the traffic flow. So I build around the city, and you can see that this is a highway. This is my massive lane bus road. So I can transport people as well as they can drive there. And I did that all the way around. You can see my highway, and then my big circle bus road all the way around my city. And then it kind of continues over here. I had to build this overpass so that people can get on and off the highway. This one is the only one I started with, and they did a terrible job. I have no access, and I was getting a big traffic jam here and a big traffic jam here until I really started opening everything else up. So what do you want to see? Do you want to see me fix, or you just want to watch me play? I've been talking about it quite a bit. I haven't actually played anything.
Go ahead, play.
Leisure. So here's kind of the stuff you can build. I'll just go through that and then I'll play a bit. So you can build fishing piers, fishing tours, jet ski rentals, marinas, restaurant piers, beach volleyball courts, horse stable, skate park. That costs 4,000. Let's put in a skate park and we'll just show you what that's kind of like. So this is the residential zone. I don't like clearing where houses are, so I'm gonna build a skate park right here. We'll just see what that does. So you can see that I just made all those people a little bit more happy. But if I go to the tourism info view, tourism, where is it? Parks. Oh, that's not even showing there. Inactive. Hey, thanks, Duke. You scared the crap out of me, though. That's so loud in my ear. You probably saw me jump from that. That freaked me out. So this says it's inactive. I'm not sure why it's inactive. But that's my skate park. The other thing, the problem with my marina is I don't have a lot of good water places yet, so I kind of want to hold off on that. But you can see, look at my pollution here. That's everybody's waste. It's flowing. When I first started playing this game, I didn't pay attention to water direction, and my whole city started drinking this polluted water, and then you just saw everybody get sick. And when I was playing this, I was just fighting it with healthcare rather than fixing the problem, because I didn't even know what the problem was. That's an example about how I failed, but my whole city turned just sick because of the water. But then you can build some big things. So football stadium costs 200,000. I can build a grand mall, tax office, Colossal Order Office. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And I still have some locked. Courthouse is 55,000. Official Park, 45,000. Opera House. And the cool thing is I have a lot of land to be able to do that, but I still need to develop some high residential areas, and then I need to space out some of those big builds. So I'm going to be putting the Opera House somewhere. These are big buildings. These are not small, and so to be able to fit them in, you got to be able to plan ahead. I'm kind of honestly thinking that this will be a little bit of, once I get this all developed as high residential, this is going to be more tourist and attraction, and it's because I have some access to the highway over here, or I could do it over here. This is all usable space. I want to keep an eye on highway access, so I have this actually undeveloped here. I just have a turnaround, but that means that I can expand this any direction. This whole little road structure here costs probably, I don't know, 60,000. So it was a pain in the butt to be able to do that. How you doing, Duke? You can. It does it automatically. I usually don't really take the time to. The Brandonsburg Gate costs 195,000. Statue of Liberty, 210,000. Intermarket. I'll look at the airport. I'm just. Chirp X launch site, 200,000. The cool thing about this game is there's really no end. So if you wanted to keep digging into your map and then starting to name everything, you have that ability. I play this game. See, my next momentum or monument, or once I get monuments unlocked, they're locked right now, I have to have 75,000 people to be able to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna play, see what kind of happens. I'm gonna turn my speed on halfway, on medium speed, so not quite slow. That's so that I can keep making money and hopefully keep paying attention to everything, because things can change very quickly. So what did I need? I needed a lot of education, and I needed... My crime's good. I need a fire department. That's 60,000. We might just knock that one out of the way. But I definitely need education. And leisure. I'm not going to do leisure quite yet. Traffic, my flow is very good. You can see even where I run into issues. You see how it highlights those things? What I'm going to do is focus on building and getting a couple more people here. It's almost like I can't even accomplish everything that I want to do. But I'm going to try to get more people into my city, because I have 9,000 available jobs. I'm going to try to fix this, and I'm going to try to improve the education without anything going wrong. Alright? I would like this to clean this whole thing up and put a nice overpass like this one in. I wish they would have started with that. But they only started with this, going off the highway here. And I knew that I needed manufacturing and jobs, so I did that. And then I kind of just put this one in temporarily to get people housing. Alright, so I think that if we focus on those, we'll be good. So let's start with getting some more people here. So I'm going to build a new road. And I'm doing large, nice roads, which costs a little bit more, but it's almost worth it. These are 4-lane roads with a nice grass patch in the middle, so I'm going to do the same thing. Can't move that a little bit. And we're gonna destroy those couple of buildings just to connect the road. They'll be able to put them back up. Doesn't really matter as you're building these things. You don't really put people out on the street and make them homeless per se. They're not trying to make it that difficult for you. But here you can see I made a nice road, put some trees up in there. Now we need to develop that. and we're gonna put in high density, even though we don't have the education for it yet. We can work on that later. And I'm gonna use a large paintbrush, and actually we gotta zoom out a little bit. So this is going to be more people coming to my city, but now electricity will take care of itself. But one thing that I need to make sure of when I do build is water. So I go to my water, and this is like my plumbing. You can see that underground I have all these pipes, and I didn't do a lot of good planning with it, so my pipes kind of go everywhere. It's hard to see them. Let me find a good spot. Alright, there we go. You see how they kind of zigzag all over the place underground? All of them come from this water source here, and they all flow all the way down to here. But I have zigzags everywhere in my water pipelines. So I just need to make sure that, you see this road isn't covered with water. You can see that the water is popping up there. That's an issue. So I'm just gonna make a connection, and it extends all the way to the, and that's it. So kind of a makeshift. Water lines are pretty cheap. Water's pretty easy to manage. So you just do this. Probably for like an hour. What's up, Aaron? How are you? Duke just woke up. Excellent. So this is the road I just built, and it's already starting. But now they're running into garbage issue. I have 75,000. Let me, instead of fire, I am going to do education. I think I'm gonna invest almost all of that 80,000 into education. So let's do some elementary schools. Try to catch this where it's not built yet. We just reached 19,000 people. We got a third loan available to us, and we unlocked solar power plants. So we can change now to solar energy if we want to. So here goes a high school. Makes people happy. No, this is elementary. We need about 10 elementary schools, and they all cost about 10,000. Alright, here we go. People are starting to get these. Look at, I have an elementary school right here, and it's still red. I need way more. And you know what that does though? It takes up space, and it's hard for me to build other things. This is only elementary schools. I'm still way in the red. But look at, my money is just climbing now. 97,000. That's amazing. I'm gonna keep building elementary schools. They're complaining about the trees. Once you play this game, you stop even reading those tweets, because you just you just gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, here's a spot for a good school. We can put one in there. Everybody gets happy. I would need way more. Look at how many schools I have. Holy cow. That's amazing. We're gonna pick some. Does it look confusing, like, as I'm spinning around? I am just spinning everywhere. Alright, let's put one here. See, we'll kind of get rid of some of that. We can put it right in the middle of some of this stuff. That's okay. But when we do that, I think we get rid of some of our housing capacity. And then you gotta grow more. There's so many struggles. Alright, that's good enough. We just spent quite a bit. Let's get some high schools. We only have 2 here. We have 3,000 people eligible and a capacity for... No, we have a capacity of 500. We need so many schools. Gosh, I just need to make a row and just put schools. The other thing is, I gotta pay attention to how this is gonna affect traffic hazards. I'm gonna just keep expanding outward. So this is a college over here. I'm gonna put this right by the college. Now I still need so many more, and I'm out of money. You see that? Just like that, I spent all my money, and my education is still piss crappy. Education, university. I still need 2 universities. That's 75,000. So one thing again I can do. Oh, these don't have water or electricity. I didn't really think about that. Power lines are pretty cheap, so I'm just gonna connect this. Just a temporary fix. I could hypothetically delete these once things get built. I got a railroad to go over, so I gotta pay attention to that. There we go. Now I need water there, so now I go to water. Just make sure I cover my roads. Got that. Oh, I need water here. I'm gonna build more roads here, so I'm kind of just gonna connect the dots a little bit. They have water. I'm saving this little chunk so this is the hospital. This is my police station. Once I get 60,000, I'm gonna put up my fire department, which is 60,000. So I gotta wait. Sometimes you just gotta wait and speed it up so you get some money. The other thing you're gonna always have to do is check your economy. So one thing that I have now is a massive loan. So I am going to pay my second loan off because there's weekly payments, and I'm going to take this $230,000 loan. This is the first time it's been accessible to me, and I now have $204,000. I don't know why I lost so much money right away, but now I can build something. We need some entertainment. You think I need an airport? Alright, well, let's see if we can get an airport. I don't know if we can yet. I'm not sure where that is. Let me check. High interest tower. Whatever that does. Science center. Where is that? I don't think I can get it yet. I think it's still locked. I think the airport is. Don't think I can get it yet. We're not quite there yet. We need more people. Honestly, if I want to start making money, I should just keep bringing in as many people as I can. Because each person, if I go look at this economy, I can look at my income right now from low residential area is, here's my taxes for each of the zones. And it's pretty wild to see. So my residential, where people are living, those are the green ones, that's making 24,000 combined on the income. But now taxes all at the same 10%, my commercial zones are only making 2,000. So your money You really learn in this game that your money comes from each individual person. So the more people you get in your map, and the more people you can bring there, the more money you can make total. Everything else doesn't really make much of anything. They make it for themselves and they provide an income. So people have to have a place to work, but from a city perspective, the more people you have, that's where the city makes money, not from the businesses. If I wanted to make a little bit more money, I just bump this up to 11%, but it might make people a little less happy. So I'm gonna do that for my high residential area because there's more people there, and that's gonna bring probably a ton more money when hypothetically this is taking up more space. So let's charge everybody 11% taxes. See what happens. I'm still bringing in 118 people, 109 people. Where am I losing power? Over here? Oh, yes. This was a police station that I built, so I want to connect this to the water. Forgot about this. And I don't have power here either. Okay, we have water now. Now we need power, so let's do the same thing. Connect this grid up over here. Best way to do that is just to go right over the highway and connect it here. Now we have power there, and that should be good for this whole development over here. Remember, if I expand this way, I'm gonna have this whole chunk of land to work with. Running into a little bit of a garbage issue, a little bit of a garbage issue. Ooh, we could change over to solar power. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that yet. Let's do essentials. I'm gonna do my fire department. Let's do that right across the street from, oh, can't do that there. Fire department. Look at the traffic there. Holy moly. We're building up. Fire department. That was 60,000. That was a big one. I think I'm gonna just keep going with education, maybe. As much as I want to do leisure. You can build stuff as small as a little light post. Look at this. I can put a light post here. It costs 10. That's crazy. To be able to do that in this game is absolutely wild. It's really fun too. You just kind of sit back and do nothing. Well, you just go. You take a step back, you think about it. I'm gonna build another college. Oh, that's a public library. Let's do another library, shall we? Trying to get as many people as I can here. And another university. Probably some more high schools. This stuff takes up so much space and so much money. Hey, we have enough high school. We have a capacity of 5,000 for high school, but we had to spend a lot of money to be able to do that. What do we for elementary? Elementary, hey, we have an extra capacity for 3,000 more students. That means we can build. So let's make some roads and bring some more people into the city. I'm gonna finish up this road here. So this is my large road. This is gonna connect the whole circle here. There we go. We have connected the circle. So now people can turn here if they want. Not yet. Nobody's coming in yet. I really worked to try to get as many people being able to come and access the city. So you can see people are using this one. I built this one. And the reason why I did that is because when I played this before, I ran into so many issues with traffic. I'm gonna do medium roads. Let's keep going with... Oh. Let's just finish off this whole section with high density. Uh-oh, I might have just taken out my power grid there. Did. But that's okay, it should reconnect after. Ooh, I have a bridge over this. So you see, now I have a little bit of a challenge to be able to put roads in here, but we're gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna run into traffic problems here. Yeah, that's probably not even worth it. We're just gonna leave that. Wasted some space there. But now I'm running into electricity problems, so I need to get some builds in here. Let's do... Do we need more commercial, do you think? Maybe some office space? Let's do some office space. Let's get people to work. How do I do medium there? So this is going to be more offices. This is going to be high density residential. I'm keeping this open space so I can build necessities if I need to after everything else gets built around it. Actually, yeah, I mean, that's okay. Alright, now we're running into some waste issues. And this is like an indicator, so if this is already happening as I'm building, that means that this could jeopardize my entire city when it comes to that. So I'm gonna go check on my waste. Go to my info view. And these are my landfills. This one is 21% full, so we are good there. I'm gonna stop emptying it. It was getting full, so I started emptying it. This one is 84% full. I'm gonna start emptying that one. 65%, we got a little bit of time there. 91% full. So now I just shut off about, says there's 13 garbage trucks for each of these. So I just shut off 26 garbage trucks from going and collecting in all of my things, but I needed to because they were full. This one, you can see, is full, so I'm definitely running into a garbage issue right now. I'm gonna empty this one. And honestly, these guys are gonna have to drive all the way over here to go to the incinerator. So what I need to do to help them out is build an incinerator closer. So now I have 2 garbage areas. I'm gonna build an incinerator right here. Oh man, both of these are full. I'm gonna invest quite a bit into garbage because I know my city is also going to be growing with people, and that means my garbage demand is going to go up. So I'm going to build probably another road here. Let's do that just to keep things organized. And look at my traffic, it's already backing up right here. I gotta fix that traffic issue. So I am going to build medium road. And build some landfills. Nope, they need water. They're not going to operate without water, so we got to do that. Water's cheap. It's an easy fix to be able to do once you get the hang of it. Alright, so my garbage problem should be almost gone. Oop, I didn't do water here, so this is something we need to do. Sometimes you just chase fires and you put stuff out. Okay, now they have water. That's good. Anything else going on? Anyone else having complaints? We have a couple people who have passed away, which means I am going to... That means they're waiting for the hearse to come. I'm kind of checking to see if one is gonna make its way here. If not, okay, so there's one there. We got it. You know, as you bring in more people and more people are in your city, more people also die in your city, and so you have to be able to manage how you do that. So this is the cemetery. So I am going to add a crematory. I have no crematories, but my cemeteries are 37% in use, so that means that I'm not overburdened yet. But remember, my city is going to be growing quicker now. I'm going to add a crematory here and over here. Hey, thank you. What up, Larry? Larry's in here. Cousin Larry. I need money. I'm out of money. I'm gonna try to fix this road because this one, I just don't like how much space it's taking up, and I don't like... It's actually not so bad now, but I just want to fix that. Actually, I don't know. What do you think? Should I leave it or fix it? It doesn't look like it's too much of a problem. I probably have worse ones. Yeah, let me look at traffic. Yeah, so it's a little bad on this intersection. This is, see, it's bad here. This is, look at this. Holy moly. That's why I kind of wanted to fix it, to be able to get people in and out a little quicker. Yeah, but that means I'm gonna destroy some of my manufacturing. The whole reason I did this was to free up some of this, but nobody's using this. Now they are using it, I guess. I put 2 one-ways, so you can also put one-way streets in. So this is hopefully to get people out. And one thing you notice is when you're in the manufacturing, they're all trucks. There's very, very few cars. See? This is all tractors. Look at all of them. That's really funny. And over here is gonna be all semis. These semis need quick access to the highway because they're transporting goods out. So I think that that's where I'm running into an issue, is right here. Maybe if I just move this one, then this can just flow right to the highway. You can see, you'll see how much of a challenge this becomes though. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to get rid of this. Now nobody can come in from there, and I am going to move this. I can't have all of this in and out in the same place from this highway. So honestly, I could almost just I need to be able to bring people in, maybe from like here. I just bought this square, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to try to bring in people from here and out from over here, in and out from over here, and right here is just quick access to the highway. I'm gonna fix this really quick. I think that that's just important. Take out this road. Now, people are gonna take the long way in the meantime. I could pause time so I don't have to affect everybody, but I need to be able to take this highway. Space already occupied. That's convenient though. It's going out right here both directions. So they get on the highway that way, and then here they get on the highway this way. There we go. Now I should have almost free flow to this highway. Let's play. Most people are going not on the highway. We're still running into traffic. Who knows? Who knows? Larry said not much. He's not doing much. Yeah. I was talking a lot. Now I'm just sitting back and watching it, making some money and taking a break. Oh, what are you up to? Who's in here? Say hello. Doesn't the city come up with anything more modern than farming, they say? The bad news is I spent all my 230,000. Trying to see employment. And pollution, traffic, transport, land, population, health, fire. No idea. I could play this game all night. I'm not gonna do that though. We have no tourism yet. This one's full. I gotta empty that. My city so far. Where is that? Areas. Let's see. I don't have any available. I was trying to buy this one. What do you think? Should I build my residential to the right there, or should I save or build it down and then save one of those parts for, or should I just make that all high residential? Remember, I have space over here. All this stuff I'll be able to build on. Well, that's the part of planning though. You just keep building because it's gonna keep growing. I have 282 more people that moved in. What did I start with? 17,000 people? Now I'm at 23,000. I have also this over here I can build up. I think I need to keep building my manufacturing though. I think I have way more people here than I am gonna have jobs. Let's check my... So these are like specialty zones, and so you can actually paint these districts. So that's how I made this farming. That's how I made this forest. That's how I made this general goods. And then this one over here is oil. You can actually change that. Need more rich homes for the taxes. Actually, speaking of that, Larry, where do I find that? You can see my transportation route. I have a bus line that kind of just does a loop there into the manufacturing. That's one bus line. Here's another bus line. 101 passengers. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, policy. Ooh, so if I wanted to bring in business, I can do small business enthusiast, big business benefactor, high commerciality, dental, large business. Should we bring in some big business? This stuff costs a lot of money though. I'm kind of holding off on those. There's a way that you can set your zones, your policies in your zones. I'm trying to figure that out. Not here. Gotta be in policies. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's in the zones. Oh, I bet you I know what I need. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what Inspect districts. That's probably the button. So now if I look at this one, now I might be able to do some. Yeah, see, here's the policies for it. I can set district policies. So that might be the way for me to be able to do that. Taxation, so I can tax raise for low residential or tax raise for high residential. What's the call there? Do we want to tax people for more space? Or do we want to tax people where there's more people so that we make more money? Or do we just tax everyone fairly and just grow slowly? Add a Burger King. More money, says Larry. These are the decisions. You gonna play? You can end the stream, Randman, and then hop on a game. We could play some racing. Hey, I can't hear you. You're on mute. How long have you been talking? Okay, that's fine. Thanks for joining. Say hi to Larry. Say bye to Larry. I think it's just Larry and Duke. Larry, you gotta get on this Xbox with us. Anyways, that was that stream. Did you learn anything? You're still on mute. Yeah, it was it's interesting. Once you get the buttons and learn the menus, you can play this. I would actually like to do a stream with you and I would be able to help you out. Oh, Larry just bought an Apple Watch. He can't get an Xbox. There you go. That's an idea. You're probably getting taxed higher, Larry. Higher cost of living. I think that answers our question. More money, more money. If I had a city, I would charge everybody fairly. I think so. Yep, Larry said yep. Alright. Well, I think I might end this stream as well, and 6 o'clock go get some dinner. This game is interesting though. You really get to think about things a whole lot differently about, you know, the world you live in. Pretend you live in one of these little houses down here. Like, who is doing the planning all around you? Somebody is. And that's why it's important to play a game like this. They're hiring. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. See, like I should probably use just one. I'll make this one a new district. Pain in the butt to keep it growing. I'm telling you, this game is not easy. Yeah, if they were real, I would have read them. That's just a tapestry. I'm gonna erase Washington Square and combine it with Fairview Square. And I'm gonna name it Larry Square. Who else wants to be on my map? Okay, let's inspect this. Rename it. Here we go. Actually, we're doing Showman Square. There you are. That's hilarious. I don't know if you saw that because I wasn't on my game. But there it is, Showman Square. You know what, Showman? You get to select which of these you want. Services, taxation. You want to encourage biking? You want some events? We don't have any stadiums. Ugh, I'm stuttering. Harsh prison sentences. Ugh, I'm slurring my words. I'm talking too much. Look at Showman Square. Duke is probably in here. Should we make Duke a little section? Duke can have this residential new area here. I'm debating if I want to go this way or this way. Which way? Up or down, Larry? Do I want this to be houses or do I want this to be houses? Because I have some more stuff I need to build. Like here's my university. I need to build some stadiums and some malls. And I kind of want that to be by the highway here. All of it. I'm just gonna do north and south. Oop, kind of crossed onto yours. I need to go to yours and bump that back. Oh, did it the other way now. I should really zoom in and go slower on this. Good enough. Hey, I have some. So this whole row right here, that's all this is right here. Ice cream, burger. There's your Burger King. And then I also have some of that somewhere over here. I'm not exactly sure where. Commercial. So this is, here's restaurants. Here is offices. This is where people can work. Offices. You're right, I do need some more restaurants. Let's do that right by this university. And right by the highway. That's gonna be a nice development, Larry. Nice development. Now I just gotta make sure I have water and electricity. Okay, we have water. I don't think I have electricity. Simple little grid here. Actually, I do. Don't know. Over the railroad to Beverly Hills we go. Here we go. Let the building begin. I have $50,000. We're gonna make this thing. We are gonna pump out some housing here. Remind you, we're at 23,000 people right now. We're gonna see what we can make that into. What is preoccupied space there? Can't see anything. I don't know what's there. The rock? Get rid of the rock. Ooh, we need. Space already occupied. That makes no sense. Oh, unless those are my schools. Maybe. Make a park. I need to make a bunch of parks. That road costs $14,000 right. Oh, that's a railroad there. That's why. That is why. This is patchwork over here, if I say so myself. It's hard for me to kind of look at this, but this is... I had a railroad here that I was working to try to miss. Had some wasted space in there, but overall I think that that's not too shabby. Let's try strip here maybe. We gotta go this way. We're gonna be bringing in a lot of people. Here we go, all those roads. Let's build. Gonna be a little office space and then the rest high density residential. And then I'll make a park, Larry. So we're gonna do some office space. And maybe right here. Top of that. Office space, and then we are gonna go high density. And then we're gonna make a bunch of parks. We got 127,000. We're gonna make a bunch of parks. They're already beginning to build. Look at that. Alright, parks, parks, parks. Let's go for some expensive ones. Botanical garden, dog park, theme park, tropical garden, fishing island. Alright, so let's do a couple dog parks here and there. There's a dog park, there's a dog park. There's a dog park. Dog park. Oh, they definitely need a dog park here. Hey, I got this whole row right here. That's nice. I think I just spent about $40,000, $50,000 on dog parks. We need some Japanese gardens. Have to invest in our communities. I still got space there. And Japanese gardens. We got so many parks. Plaza with trees. We'll make some plazas, Larry. Here's a plaza here. Boom. Plaza there. I need some in the middle here. Boom, plaza. It's still not enough there. Need some basketball courts. See, to me, this game's a little unrealistic because, I mean, like, how many basketball courts do these guys need over here? We're turning green, though. We got like 50 parks here. It's only 24,000 people. Oh, we need some here. Little tennis court action here. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Tennis by the hospital. Yep. I hope you're content, Larry, because that was a bunch of money. Let's see what we have. I want to make a big something. Statue of Industry. We can do that. Statue of Industry. Let's put that right by this highway here. We need power. Alright, we're gonna put up some windmills. It's something like that. We're gonna put a windmill here. Why does that rotate so slow? There we go. Neighborhood park, 20,000. That's what I needed. I needed to build some of those. Uh-oh. These guys are without water and they're already crashing. We gotta get water there. Ah, I have to... Oh, it was close. Almost had water. Are you guys happy? Uh-oh, we just built all those for nothing. Already destroyed. So now I gotta go in and demolish these. Uh-oh. Connect the water line. Now I gotta demolish these buildings because I wasted them. They went vacant. They will get built again, don't you worry. Running into garbage issues again. Budget, garbage, we're gonna go 100%. Man, garbage is now costing 10,000. That is wild. Landfill storage. Half full. These are probably done emptying. Look at all these garbage trucks. It's garbage for days. Windmills go next to water. Yeah, we're gonna be putting in a nuclear power plant, so I'm not even too concerned about that. Hey, we have 200,000. We're gonna build something massive. We have money now. Tax office, Colossal Orders office, stadium, opera house. What do you want to see? Expo Center. We might do the Expo Center and the high interest tower. We have enough money for that. Holy cow, look at this building. Now we're starting to look like New York. This is going... somewhere where it affects a lot of people. Maybe right. Do I have room somewhere here? How do I rotate this? I can't. Gotta fit this in somewhere over here. Oh my gosh, look at this traffic over here. I know, that's just parked people. Ooh, let's do high interest building. There it is. Holy cow, Larry. Expo Center. I want to develop this whole thing over here with just massive buildings, but I don't have any roads built yet. Let's just build a couple of roads here. Get a little bit of a bridge here. I have a feeling that we're gonna get lots of traffic. Oh. We'll do this one. I'm too close. Apparently I can't do that. Maybe I can here. There we go. Now we have at least some kind of connection there. Hope that doesn't mess up my power. We are growing. Alright. Hey, now I'm up to 250,000 again. We're putting in some work. Opera House. Maybe a little closer to the highway. Not sure what that was. Science Center, right on. Ooh, art museum. Oh no, we need electricity. Water. Before these things go out of business. I don't want that to happen. I'm just gonna build a windmill for each of these. Perfect. Now we speed up time and just watch it grow. I gotta keep building some residential areas. I think I'll do a lot of this over here. I should probably make some low residential areas too, some low housing, so people can live in houses and not in a tight city all the time. But that's how the process works. I mean, you make a messy looking city just like that. It's never perfect. Holy cow. You just go little piece by little piece. That's not what I had in mind when I first started. I would make like, you know, utopia, but it doesn't work like that. Otherwise, we're doing pretty well. I should have paid off my loan. I would have made even more money. I think that's what I'm gonna do next, is just let my money build up and then pay off my massive loan. And then I keep collecting on that. We're making about the same amount as when we started. The difference between the income and expense. At 11,000 now, we started making 7,000. So we did bring more people, which, you know, is $30,000 worth. That's how our city grows, but we just gotta keep everybody happy. Actually, that weekly cost is nothing. I should almost take all those. Need a casino. Let's see how much a casino is. I don't think I have enough at this time. Colossal order office. Business park. That's what I need. Bring in the business. It's hard to pay attention to everything. This is 0% full. We can bring that back up to operation. This traffic is so much better over here. I have a lot more work for industry to bring in too. Couple dead people. A bit of garbage. Hi, good morning. Aquaman. I don't know if I'm your sweetheart though. I don't know who you are. Oh, we definitely have an issue with our cemetery. We also gotta save for that too. Energy. Oh man, we're in the red again for education. We have to build so many schools. Still doing terrible. 5,000 eligible, we only have 1,000 capacity for schools. How many schools do we need to make? That's crazy. Uh-oh. Running out of space for this stuff. They're cool new buildings. Hey, 30,000 people. We can get a ship now. Cargo harbor. There we go. We just opened a harbor. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we bring in some. Now I'm gonna have to clean up this waterway because this is dirty over here. Look at this pollution. That's not my fault. That is everybody in my city's fault. What the heck? How many dead bodies do I have? Everywhere. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end my stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we saw how we took this little city, did a few little things, increased the population by 13,000, and let our city roll.